Bra mamu mani pan cancer mo. Mamu mani pan cancer. Now right here platform so. Omo jiji sika ma wireless. Omo jiji sika. Where say my jiji sika bi? Adena mo mami dinda.
Sister Wahel. Sister Freda. Sister Freda. Let me show. Ch0ping. Omo jiji sika mami you. I think say you are confused on that part.
Freda. My force. Say me what jiji sika. Na better than na no. Na me say better. Wa wo de wa sweat audio wa na me make kasa me mbom de nyame se yenka nokre me fa ma sonte ye mo jeje account we na omdi scan etum na me ka kire o mo say me ya de a me mpe we say na number no kra na enye na ye number o chena no na we ya ba say number no kra na ye obi number na che say me mpa kasa ti se mo say ye jeje sika ne de amabusia penin to parka. And me pese me hu number is either Ch0ping or Ebenezer number. Because me pese watchna obi beka say ena me tue sika no ko ha ena me ye say ena me diska koma Freda ena me diska koma I don't want it me momo number me diska me ni bi me anka my entire life me ni baby a transfer sika no I don't do it. Nti sa na tie dia me kan no mo so waka asem nti ene e beka akopɛ number na ye dia ayedai na ye dia ma nti na afia ho na course aba na me hwɛ action a koso say ye bechi we me hwɛ action a koso wa abonten
they say me Freda wani ti wodo Broni ko ofo nya asem ketoa ento kwa de din ejina mu a we expose e bi mo na busua asem me Freda wani ho dua Broni wani ho ti se chameleon na dadantoma enne no wa looky green echina no wa looky yellow ankasa ne be ka ya tena gengen e ba bonti be chinsem bi di fa me Freda ehun ni pesu eni ni paban a wo ye ehun senga Freda enya abotre said you from day one when no hemelumba mo wani ti wodo Broni ko fo nyina gina matimi a fight am wodo Broni no senga me Freda timi kana no tunya abotre e bia nke ne ya obowura mu otimi legal original na abna papa bi e na ye be ka so ye president a woda o ma no wo ho no e bia e ka samre me Freda wono so e presido anase wo hema woda eyeti wodo Broni ne so akoba ne sa ni nyina ne sese si ameno ka se ye wu se me Freda atani na ni a chese ene ne opema makoso abempo ma chew a chese tim liga fo ni bi wono makopo mo chew a woni ebi mo ayesi e bekwe kro ne moda krampo ayesi ogigi sika nyina e di ama moda ai tina gengen abrensem so me Freda eni tim wodo Broni ko fo ni bi ekwa we expose o mo ni nyina sika gigye bi a ekoso no ebusua me Freda se wansuro na ensuro bibia biem honom wonye ne huni papa said abra papa bi kan papa because ensemu a maame no ebro so e de kire ye efo no ankasa ni team members ho no na team se ni hu ankasa yesi ni su we no de ti Facebook no de abedu TikTok app yi so abusua ai mo amudi na chi no mo hwe ni ye team wodo Broni kofo munya careful e ho no ye borum ye ti nsem ni nyina e de aba
Omu jijiska me pacho me can say it's a long story in pakasa se bia wan say omu jijiska enti no me mbra na me mba jijiska ni bi na me fan support no omu won kofo a omu ye den omu pese omu nchi omu ti e wana me bisa say sika no omu jeje no ede na omu jeje de aye e na omu se omu pese omu nchiche kofo na msi okay why me aminu yani dano bro na wo enti e wonu ma na me ka say mo ka mate na mo mpese me mbisa say account ban e na modi gigi sika no e no wo say omo gigi account we na omo di sika no tum e na me ka kire omo say me ya de a me mpe we say ena number no kra na enye na ye number ochena no na we aba say number no kra na ye obi number na che say me mpa kasa ti se mo say ye gigi sika ne de amabusia penin Ch0ping ende me pese me hu number is either Ch0ping or Ebenezer number because me pese ochena obi beka say ena me tue sika no ko ha ena me ye say ena me diska koma Freda ena me diska koma I don't want it me momo number me gigi sika me ankasa my entire life me ni baby a transfer scan I don't do it nti saa na tie dia meka na omso so waka asem nti ene ebekwa akopɛ number na ye dia ayedai na ye dia ma nti na afie ho na course aba na mehwɛ action a koso say ye bechi we mehwɛ action a koso wa abonten ba mehwɛ ye no na che say enipa ye ko ntokwa ni nyina no mehu say nipa mienu pe na ejiji ska beti ye dɔɔso ti mi bisa omo say na ada na nipa we njiji bi ena omo say omo njije ena mbisa omo ka kyerɛ me say nipa aso masi kura say ono obejiji ska ni bi na emom no ono no obeti 30%. Okagu masum nko a acho na audio say asam na wo ka kyerɛ me no o say mame nka mame mbo wudi okay mame mbo o say wo ka kyerɛ ma no nko a wa ho masum nti mame nka okay waka mate 99 and 2 seconds kura na beta transfer call no ye ni nipo no ne ka so baba o say wa frɛ konfo me ni bi baba asem bi asi me pasa wo hwehwɛ mu mame baba ye we mame baba odwan am say abeta na we dey na wo ye alaja bom abeta na na ye ko afọ na boy ye do 15 am say abeta asema ye kai emfa alaji ho emfa malam ho ena sister ele bisa no na abeta dane na no nam say abeta wa wo de wa sweat audio wa na me kasa me mbom de nyame se ye nka no kore me fa amasonte ye na mo bi na be ka kire me nam say obi ba afi no we free sister Ella so sister Freda na me se me ni obi ani nkomo hwan pa no ye wo twotwo mutwa na woni ni di agoro asisi a mundi agoro bio abeta kan sa asem ne kire me na me se me nim ni pa kono no say the sister Freda nsem bebre ye dan koso abeta gina so ever was so na che say abeta de fa one konfo no ono ane konfo no ya antibio on your second konfo no ne kasa one ne kasa ya na baba I want you to do I want you to make do for me baba I want you to search baba somebody say I should play the audio baba and the abeta de won sa bra Emma and the sister abeta creative problem keke de buso malam nyina be wure mu ya hu mala o say o Mumbisa me say, mumbisa abeta say asem no meboa na ofre malam sister Ella woso abeta woso Ziggy woso or the malam ena baba make I do one for you baba do am I will pay baba or the sa me de minishia meka me say plan bi o ma plan me hu bia na me ye obi aboni o na pacho ma make asem Lizzy ye minu ya ketwa ana minu ya pani me ni Lizzy ni ntokwa me ana me frɛ Lizzy say Lizzy me srawo akasakasa na ekoso media na doso wo ye wo video wa oba pahwem na ye membo midin membo midin ena me ka kire no ena Lizzy say chance me ko jonso aba chen me ba na yo me paucho ma Freda pacho si enko wai misro yo Ziggy me ba no Ziggy ma me class ade we Ziggy oh me paucho 1 second mama me 1 second Ziggy, me say ya nyama lucky no. Manti Freda nkasa wate. Ziggy, Ziggy me pa chawa nkasa. Ziggy, bia mana no so a. Ena Freda ne ohimelu meko. Freda ne ohimelu wo back door. Na enro akọ ohimma be sign mi ti se ntokwa bia nko so. Na me ne mfu yo. Omo nkasa pa chotie. Na tie. Ohimelu ma eye minu ya. Me pa chowa na.
She doesn't have anything with me. Sister Freda, I'm happy so
you now we see the audio. A live for me ba me nua be 99 platform so enti me mani look say me ni obi kasa no be recording no the brew.
Oh, a
live 99. A live
Sister Freda. And yes, audio change so what's
and yes, the audio be na kasa yo. Bra e da me ba wo ha say bra asema me kan say
Freda.
na guy ni di matem ena me say unless entokwa no wo ba mu da ben e ho na me kan sa ena me na me isu na me see ye but see a we be gina he twatro say Freda wo say me na me sha bebe achi na bebe di watem nti se nka ma ambasro a ka we be twa sa atro we na wo de ato wo na wo kọ aden na mote sa aden ena mote sa ma ye mudi ai why no see wo audio fa me ho why no see wo audio wa me to bi asem abeta wo gina he me ni abeta ankasa mo plan bi a mo hyehyɛ bia no ebeba mo ankasa mo so ma ye mudi ai e de na unless wo gina say woni mo start in Germany ai me ni friend say kinke Any nipa, ye make ankasa. Mo plan bi a mo hyehyɛ bia no. Ebeba mo ankasa mo so. Maye mo dan. Ediana, unless wujina say, wuni mo start in Germany. Aye, me ni friends and King K. Any nipa, ye make payment in our Germany. Bra mamu many pan cancer mo. Mamu many pan cancer. Now no, a right hair platform so. Omo jijisika ma wireless. Omo jijisika. Where's my jijisika be? Adena mo mami dinda.
Sister Rahel, sister Freda, me pacho, Ch0ping. Oman jijisika mami. I think say you are confused on that part.
I said no one
Ebusiana yesema Freda ne nsem nyina ne akwa kwetie eri aba no ye ko social media ne so nsema wudu ebu on mama fo so echire mu a ze bia wunya nti ase a ye mo nwra mu honom yetie bi
document that would determine the outcome of a case like this is lying at the back seat of your car. Which lawyer, which judge, Watson, if you were a judge, will you admit that document and make it admissible as evidence in determining the outcome of your case? So I am repeating it.
You make me answer.
Yes, I'm repeating it again.
Okay.
Germany started enforcing civil
Broni,
marriage registration in January 1st.
Question answer.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can you point anywhere in the judgment or the proceedings that the court sanctioned for that document?
During the case management conference, lawyer Dominic pointed out to lawyer Kusi that the document that you are tendering in as a marriage certificate does not meet the evidence act.
Interview.
That was when Judge Dorinda told him, say, yes, he cannot tender in this as evidence or as a marriage certificate. So go and do the proper thing. It is in the judgment. If you have not read it,
So
it is there.
my question is, I'll repeat my question. Where did the judge or the court sanction that document should be produced to them?
I am telling you, it was during the case manager conference, and it is in there. Please, can you look it for?
I'm also telling you, that your understanding of whatever that was said was wrong. Because
that is not wrong. That is not wrong. That is not wrong. Ankwanma will read it for us, please. Ankwanma will read it for us.
When it comes to we are dealing with it.
I can read it for you. I can read it for you now.
See.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Let me make it simple, Chairman. Sanka judge ne yesape odi obi asema man. The court doesn't work like that. This is a civil case, and we practice what we call adversarial system. Obi an ebe ni case. Nyawo na oba ko kasi yenkofa we imra na fire case no. On that
no, that's not what that you see. You are misinterpreting that what was said.
On that note, you are doing the other side's case for them. Second, catch us say, Father Bra, me say you can't point one order. Say court a place order say or try to is on record say maybe to say Makoye case be that. Nah, I'm sorry to say you, but nah HIV or parties no we see blame we say HIV or HIV. Then the court ordered say Monko this hospital Monko ye. Say court no order pay. No depends so no sign it. And no a hospital where the document comes straight to the court. But say obi tendo one evidence nye court na you airpool na obi objected to na or say ebi okwa court call o ma won kwan gra ma won sanye bi because you can't get wise after the fact. Because who himself was offer this procedure say me reject it, I reject it. But court ka say any okofa we ne bra kra I don't know ye into one.
Okay, so citizen, so can you read it for us, please?
It's not a sanction by, it's not an order of the court, and you can't point out any order. Any order.
Broni lawyers. Any transition. Ye check what to say. Marriage certificate na. Akusua se wa ejina so wo court no enimu emra kwan mu enimu ewo mra kwan mu if you say enoma bi wo kwa mra kwan so no ewo se wo ye and Emma court ne jitum say ampa krata no edimu eye krata efri amanone no emra no ekire say nipa o de sa krata ne maaye no manin certify chese on ni insist krata no me na me de maaye owi a on sign emfan koma Ghana embassy and I missionary was sama and so no so nka say yes ya hwehwemu ehu say sakrata we eden edimu yenso yen certify na eba Ghana Broni Freda bi say notarization na ya notarize say stamp duty bi and I say kabi o ha wasi che oso na yetua sa no ma we nyina no on the 28th ye bo akusua sewa lawyer amanye nienti a yen as defendant no ne krata na yegitu mu anye den enyeyi ena maledi ka se sambre no enyemra obe ji nkrata atum se edibim anase enibim nti sa asem de ode be den obetwi etwinsen kakra na osro obibia se obibia nkohwe ne nkrata asem yi se bibi wo ho na ese wo ya kona koye na fa wanu di den sambedan court ye koye obia fan Ch0ping ye ba back to court ye hu say obia de nanu yie ana say when be friend say the witness statement asem o pese ogina so di nsi ene ho adanse di ebeba no ye hu say marriage certificate na ye ka say yesu say enimu no nienti a enimu no the same thing ena akusua say wa asande abedan court no kwase say hu yesre if say na yaka nienti a ye yesu say krata na nyeden enimu enchrewo nti eba say court no enye krata no ntum anase mane nyintum no yesanso gina argument na ye dikan aye no say ye dikan ka we nti akrata no nyeden enimu ni ehu say still na nkasa no sano mana ye kan ye no akusua say wa enye eni nti no judge ne ka say ne sadia onko for original no nyeden emra onko fa original no emra na onhu say original na sa na ti ana say sen na esitie ye ko Broni be ka setra muno ena akusua sewa the original no e buy na odi buy no ye hu say photocopy na eda yenim dada na any original na omodi aba na ensus ne dem ensus ne dem edem eye two different documents ehwana akusua sewa lawyer say ma yati ase say omo ane ka say omodi original no edi kind ya brain na emum enye original na eye extract yes o dey be one kasa we the can say e wo wan mu easy say we the original na eye a brain adie ba ko so e san so dey dia na eye omoma ni say extract na edi maye na signature ba ko pe ene wo so original no more say omode buy na signature mi ene wo so ti no kwase ne say isi there na original ni photocopy ebe dey ebe different anything na yesu say omoye extract argument na what I say ne to so miensa ene say use medical ka certification bi ho asem omode certification no ebai na certification krata no nipa na ma certification no etro say lumba daddy lumba any akusua sewa aware na okoti marriage certificate no a number any data omodi year marriage no say sa date no na correct ye the sa date no etoto near na eda yenim no so a na e different. Nti asemisa ne say nipa o ma certification o gina so say nkrata we ni na dem anim a eye original. Ye de toto ne mudi kan de man no ho a na date no ene ni ye different. Ana che say sebi bibi enkoso eden enye yi. Na asedan kanyame say judge no eyo omubrohufo we nyina chi boni be ka so evaluate evidence no e no ka say me hwa no kwase me say document no eyo original any photocopy now the abram no enye pe afi so no ekwan a ye fa so a ye foreign document etum we court no so no when nisa ekwan no so isa asenti no me gituma enye yi.
Lawyer Boateng, actually, Bremi. Mr. Lawyer Boateng.
So it's as simple. So them say, you know, on pointing baby and I say, revealing any order. Courts ni ye ekoma authority say omo fa documents no. Because that's why she is arguing.
But didn't Lawyer Dominic say during that case say meba wada Roma? Didn't Lawyer Dominic eka say during that case omo for original embra?
So hold on.
This is in
Mekacho say honey blossom kofa bra. Is it an order? You see, that's why we should. So only authority.
Judge can't also for their bro.
No, I think say
the court in the first place.
Mamencho. Okay. Oh no, Ankasa, I think as it stands now, what no maybe as. So
what
you
should
I think said deal.
No.
My question is from your perspective, again, and judge and be kind, who say a order.
Let me tell you how orders go. Orders go, they say. There are no person watching, say court ebisa for there was come directly to the court. That one is an order to that institution straight. It doesn't work like that. So court and onward name and a court in this case we call oh yes I don't know. Because or yes I didn't pay or ye obi case amano. Like I said, we practice an adversarial system. And KBA France, these EU law countries see. Almost passing to story up. And the judge meeting at now association say more on one day. But when nipa mienu na enyo masem no de abeto wani. Or the beto wani no go catch ba say o go issue or no evidence or the be di asem na we no. O go catch authority no so on famro. It doesn't work like that. Inti nka course e be order nka say ke be o shi true. So say ya order e be injunction na ya order this court blah blah blah. Or be make that order clearly na constitution ne ho. And they buy a tapu near the break court in the street, or no about no beam, on one order.
Based on what you are saying, but that Dorinda favoring a coach,
honey. Me can't say. So you guys are since you are not listening to me. Me can't say. Sometimes in Pono, say court little more than I even use the expression you can't get wise after the fact. One himself also use procedure we one first they reject ya. Council be on Mobessa accuse on my point. My son of a document for Fraba. Stay there, your junior wasn't Kahuna way. So, courts now the catcher say, Kofa Breno. It's not an order, say, changing out Kofa Bro, Fabra, farmer. At the end of the day, obeying case. It's a sour court near the case of year. Judge say, more filing more closing addresses. O de bow, one farm more, obey the assem. But so as a more filing.
But so
I've made it clear to you, sir. I've made it very clear to you guys, sir. Even mama times it's a favor that the court is doing you.
Okay.
Because court will be moving ahead. You reject it. You to also be.
Okay. And the legal wise, during the they all had an apology. Mr. Vampire. Because we are big favor.
Yeah. Many problem there.
Just one question to Mr. Boateng. Just one question.
Yeah, but Mr. That is Yabaha. Okay, I'm just
oh, me no hapa na. Metati seti mliga
for Nana.
Oh, Mr. Nice.
Question I'll be able to I will answer it, but Any BBR to Team Legal Wife, I'm subscribed. Yeah, and then may imagine it.
But me person be bisa question. I want a certain answer from you. Me tate from Team Legal Wife wanna say, Nanka, I was say judge Dorinda ekwahwehwe maame akusua se wa certificate na ode ba yenimu na o senka ono kra ekọ Germany ho no nkwohwehwem o metate sa de no Team Legal Wife on the platform so. Now you are telling us say Ghana use a
adversarial
court system, right?
Yes.
Inti enye judge na dwuma se obi de ne document ba ono nso besa afa chiri akwakohwehwe meboa.
There be no so a different thing now can they make say enye judge no adwuma na ka cho say kofasa document we bra be support Portuguese and say enye judge na be ka say me koje document we mi am koje na me dia na me hwemu ana e be boa case amaye
na me dey be boa case enye judge me ba Mr. Nice
enye judge na adwuma so be case ama
inti enye judge no adwuma ne se obekọ Germany or wherever akwaji documenta anka ebe be ye maame akusua se wa case ni yie amana meboa nti meso se wokọ ayi first we hon ma Team Legal Wife on wa aya kasa asem che o ma no wai
Team Legal Wife no mo henfa let me make it clear bempa na nim ba bia yedi agro
But let
say Papa she ko fa document ne ba ya e fraudulent ne sade no enye no correct because
so
Mr. Nice almost understand BB no ano no breaking the argument
Mr. Nice. Whatever I said about Papa she bringing an authentic or sanctioned document to court it amounts to evidence tampering. I am not wrong. Boatin explain something and I get him. It was not an order by the court. It was a suggestion. It was a suggestion and advice.
No, even I want to say something here to support
Papa she coming to court with a document that has been sanctioned or authorized, or based on say if it is a court order, no, it amounts to evidence tampering. That is not false. That is factual.
But the court did not order.
But Mr. Nice, the court was actually doing you guys a favor.
Ask Watson say. Mr. Nice, you can't truncate the conversation. Mr. Nice.
I'm not truncating. I'm just saying,
what if you were a lawyer Kusi, which I know you are not. If you're a lawyer Kusi, and a judge advised you, say, Obia pointed something to you during the case management conference. So make sure you do the right thing. Will you be happy? Will you be happy as a legal person? So Papa she will be on social media telling people, say, me the document is at the back of my car. Will you be happy to hear him say all these things?
The answer is no, but this is individual difference.
Thank you. So that answer goes to Mr. Nice. That's it. I rest my case.
The question back. But when we did appeal no.
Na ya power topic akra why bear with me
okay, no problem.
Just 1 minute now.
No problem. Now we said your question back. But when we did appeal no amendment anyway.
There's nothing I've not read. There's nothing I've read.
Okay. Right. Amendment, you know. I'm raising point to be about this same document, you know, whereby Lawyer Dominic raising objection to the document. But okay,
yes.
And a judge, you know, overruling, right? Right. It's a judge, you know, overruling, and that means we accept side evidence, you know, as into evidence, I'm an exhibit, right?
But when you read the ruling now, it was admitted as evidence, just that it wasn't admitted as an appropriate or authentic evidence.
And then
It was
and
admitted.
then okay. Because una will be
And then I'm making.
maybe
Can you tell me what exhibit B1, B2, and B3 means?
Dear, who a judge, you man say who now a judge, and now over be diasem, and a meme de be evidence abba, and a bempa, and receive objection says, sir, document we na meme de pano, and go through process na or say kumuno, and a who judge no, overruling answer no can able to be say, sila obediatum. What desire evidence not to me? Can one away judge no later come back and say evidence na Miami G2 muno. I feel the one sound for process na initially no na bempeka say I'm go through process no. I will catch say bempa for na sem kuda baby no. How can you come back and now say and go through a process now bempa raising from the initial stage?
Okay, so that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case.
Bempa hasn't spoken. Let's
Bempa. Mr. Nice.
Bible
Judge
Bible be a memo.
Dorinda or a very intelligent judge. Bibia or ye bia okoti law no okoti a precedent. Enti citizen kind paragraph 89 kind my ebe answer Mr. Nice a question na obisai.
Section 6 of the Evidence Act says that in any action, any objection to the admissibility of evidence by a party affected thereby shall be made at the time the evidence is offered. Then Okotu Aye and Papo versus Aya Idrisu in 2010 case. It must be stated that the court is duty bound to consider and evaluate any document if it indeed is admissible and to reject same if the court finds it as such.
It answers every question. That's it. The fact that I'm saying you can, you let them speak. Let them speak.
Mama cancer. Almost say I've been listening to the argument for almost 3 hours, right? And I feel say the key thing that I've been thinking about, is something that I'm not sure most of you have actually brought your mind to it. The only issue that is going to be before this court, to be honest, is not even what Judge Dorinda and all of that. There are other precedents in the court that the court said that procedural. This is just me assuming that if Mami Akosha Sawa is in this saying, say wako authenticate, me wako certify, whatever they say you should do, wako ya. There are precedents in the court say procedural errors cannot override sorry.
No, me view about
okay. Junior, but just say.
Yes.
Or even though I'm not on the side of team legal wise, right? But me, what I'm even concerned about in this whole appeal is not any of the things they're written on the appeal stuff, because I feel like say all of those things, Judge Dorinda answered all, but there is something that has not been answered. Is that Ghana's court has ruled multiple times. Say, if for instance a land is for a honey blossom, na say land title also nidini a honey blossom GH, na a honey blossom US. You cannot use that procedural error to take that land from Honey Blossom because validly it's hers. So now my concern is that, okay, how would the 3 justices use this established repeated fact in the courts to apply to this case? That is what I've been trying to understand all this for, because if indeed Mami Akosha Sawa has gone to, if let's just assume without admitting, none of our arguments here will override that established fact. And Junior, I stand to be corrected. Dio never that.
I've seen it.
That is one of the hurdles that has to be crossed. And I don't know how I mean, I trust Baba Jama and associate how they will cross that hurdle, but that is a very tall hurdle to cross. I mean,
So
guys,
you say the new authenticated one will sail through smoothly. Is that what you're trying to imply?
yes, honey. Oh, say the new if it's
I doubt, because at the time of the trial, they provided it. No, let me ask you, Mr. Knight, also one who new authenticated one, is it the same one that was presented at the court? Is it the extract, no, the original? And now this is a different one from the extract. Right? Let me understand, Mr.
Okay,
Knight.
so what I want to put it out there and say, the document that was meant to be authenticated through Ghana Embassy in Germany is actually been done.
But is it the same? Maybe so. Is it the same or is it a new one?
Marriage certificate, nothing is going to change about the marriage certificate. That's one thing that everybody needs to understand.
But then you guys provided 2 different marriage certificates. One that explains it in English.
Okay,
so
all right.
One of them has been authenticated.
Mr. Nice, remember, the translated version is not different from it's just a translated version. And Mr. to say, if they get the leeway, right? Attend that the certified original norm go for by any BB and it's not an argument to make again. Because since some person much say, maybe my dream na make true. Some person much say, omo yes but documents na be dream them. Some to me convince the court no, na ka say okay, that we still deal with the first one, the certified one go for by and then continue with it. But that's based on their argument.
Let me clear.
What's in Junior, maybe. Mode extract the ABBA because the names are pull your remarket. Now, your ma when baby say konako authenticate. You see, as some nature more 1 year, but after now, what they want to because you are about the Ghana loans. After now, to see, I'm a
maybe time buy you.
Maybe
almost 9 months. I quite authenticated certificate.
It's not 9 months. It's not 9 months. Honey, it's not 9 months. It's 19 January 2026.
Okay,
it's not 9 months. The decision of the court was 28th November 2025. That's when the court decided.
Mr. Nice, hold on. Mr. Nice, hold on.
Hold on, Mr. Bemba. The lawyer could see Mr.
Bemba, I want to draw you and Boatin attention to. Boatin, I want us to look at the NRCD section 136, 232 when it talks about authentication, and there is a popular case between Abed Norte versus Ghana African Institute of Journalism and Communication. That was in 2014. Let us look at the process.
That thing is not a new trial, it's an appeal.
Yeah, I'm coming. Let us look at the process, the procedural, and the outcome from the court, what the court actually said. If anybody can reference that case, Abed Norte versus African Institute of Journalism, and they used the NRCD section 136. They actually also talked about the section 116 of NRCD 2323. You see, the relevance at that moment, would the authentication of that document, would it have affected the outcome? Yes.
Yes.
Was the evidence authenticated? No.
Yes.
Was it? Was the evidence authenticated?
No, now kind of yes also. And yes, yes, you're on track. You're on track.
Very good. None of these things happen. So, based on what Mr. Nice pointed out, where in this appeal process will the court or the 3 judges say, okay, go back and authenticate it and bring it to us for us to evaluate whether the fraud criteria now evidence will have an effect on the outcome. At the time that the judgment was given, maybe another document in a ready. Was there any written argument or written letter or anything sent to the judge? They say we are in the process of retrieving this, so give us an ample time.
Yeah,
all these things will be
I want to say what you said. No, you are 100%. The appeal that they've done, some of them is just waste of ink. Because they state, some of them they state that the judge sacrificed expediency for whatever,
Yes,
all those things, it's a waste of ink because the point is
Mr.
that
Bemba, me pacho
you
ma me pause o. Me pacho nipa
mathematics.
bebre mo heart means na grey out. Mr. Mo renew ma me why. Yes, it doesn't give you so
Too
nada.
stingy with their at me. Too stingy with their at me, you
Oh,
know.
Mr. Nice, let them tell ma me what. Mo renew ma me why. Na Mr. Nice, lie on now bobo ma Ashanti Queen. Also baba because the whole day why hijack here.
Me too lion down.
What to pa? Mimi hu na what to lie. Mr. Bemba pacho to us right.
Na
Lie
make
Bemba
us say,
pacho to us.
na make us say, who's there? Saying that the other bad is that some of the things they've raised in the appeal. May there be a mistake. One of the appeals are very weak because Osha, the first part they say that foreign law is a question of fact. It's always been a question of fact. And if you are going to challenge that established fact in our laws, I don't see where your point is. But the point is also that they did not also tell the judge, say, maybe hold on with the judgment or something because this document we requested for, it is actually in the process. They did not, and the judge even says in the judgment that you could not give us anything like that. But for me, Junior, I want you to help me understand. My question to you, Junior, is that the courts have ruled multiple times. Say procedural stuff will not overrule what is established, right? Or what is what they know as a glaring truth, right? I don't know. What do you think about that? Or is this something? Am I thinking the right direction? Or you think I'm missing the point?
You see, in this sense, no, to me, or the truth is, the Evidence Act is not a procedural book. It's a substantive book. It's not a procedural book. I'm telling you. When we say procedure, the civil courts now is guided by procedure, which is Oho High Court, CI 47 they use. And the CI 47 no, procedures, but these procedures. Look when they say these are rules set or so. But any change court is flexible with them. Unless a procedure no will breach now we're breaching it goes to jurisdiction, it beats natural justice, is against our constitution. But Bibia now ebia wuti ebia kasa file they were 12 days. Now ebia went me and file mostly is curable. Court amount time or say. But the Evidence Act is a laid down rule. Say what the idea way by you see. Authenticating no, you see, and one no. And so who breached that thing now? That thing is not admissible. No, I don't see it as procedure.
Oh, okay. Then that means that Mami Okosia Sawa will lose again in court.
This is that is my point. And let me person
Because that means that
the appellate court will not accept it because
for me,
that
was the only. For me, I sat down to look at think in the aspect of team legal wise, where their strength. Because sometimes that's how I think about it. Okay, let me understand from their perspective. For me, I feel like I say the strongest evidence they have is the fact that if you go back and authenticate all of these processes, they're called to say, okay, based on what is before us, if this woman is really the wife of the man, we cannot use the fact say one go through all these procedures accurately, and so we deny her of the status of a wife, especially when the status of a wife is not just a title. It also goes to affect things like properties, finance. It's going to affect many things. So for me, Junior, you say that the courts will not, the courts can still.
What's actually about appeal ni mu year na? They are still based on 161. They are based on 1613, right?
Yes.
1613 says when you go through the above procedure now, the court through these means blah blah blah. Ebit me I admit it.
Yeah.
Good. Obi be kasa no na your court in discretion. Also, dynamic actually say, as lawyers, no, when it comes to interpretation, the word may and shall. Unim say sometimes may is construed as shall, right? And sometimes shall is construed. Nina interpretation because every rule and like I say, constitution and it has the spirits. Inti say you use may. Now after may near the condition precedent be share honum. Say, wait me yes yeah. Some may no. May be construed as shall. Say ebia, oh, so when me and say Jesse, I want to be more boy be. Name now wo pages ni bi. Want me and who be say now we say fi atade dia court no betimi age atum. So ohonom na omo so de omo argument afa and this
Bina, hold on with your thought there.
Meba. And this whole thing is about obia argument. Nipa de yekwa church asem wa kire no. Right? Into how they will argue to convince the judges, that's what they are doing. They are trying to tell you that one, the judge didn't give reasonable time for them to authenticate, and only your more than normal channel. And two, under the 1613, they satisfy the conditions that would have binded the judge for the judge to admit it. Into more arguments, don't know yet. So it's they are written submission, they'll argue and everything.
Memo wa bem, but
Akwanuma me pacho akwanuma we dey fetch me pa. Me pese me bisa asemo and what in junior. Me your client ma ba ho. Me perform
question here.
Okay, odi bre.
Ma member mu ha ati. Mr. Bempa. Unim say saw 1613 ya ekofo emu dwell so much of.
Yeah.
In my opinion has been shut down in paragraph 93.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Before say discretionary power no like sebwati eka say you betimi attend me to shall. Now you have faced practical difficulties. Sometimes cran bia I was so called a authenticated document. There is no embassy there.
Yeah.
So what I say?
Yeah.
Just say you say.
Or there is a war. Or there is a war there. There is a famine. There's something.
Oh yeah, there. Untimi to authenticate.
Yeah.
That way, then 1613 shall apply.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I will say, did Mamia Kosia say what face these difficulties?
Nope.
No.
The answer is no. So you can't
do you know what you've just done? One was at difficulty, one was at difficulty level.
It's established. No, it's established. No, unity.
Oh my God.
Example na junior in the sense of the JC. The 161 also says when say in the example na in the forms of say JC no. In this example, JC no will hold it in your share. Who decided say, for some reasons, no. Say JC no.
I've not
once 113 in a say, if you decide that you will not wear the JC, or for some reason you cannot wear the JC, and the other team members and the referee or the supporters object to it, the referee cannot bring you into the match. Junior, I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So 1613 does not give you a blanket check. Say, okay, so make it effort. Say, they should give you the leeway. It say in reality, what it says, they say, what press just nibi no one just nibi. That's a referee person ma obo na say opponents no any ABA fans and they say no. Yeah, you cannot play.
Exactly,
that is really how it is.
But maybe some people question. Quick question.
Dr. Gas.
Citizen me patropa. Remember say Obempa. Appellate judge. Yeah. And I like I stated earlier on say BB Honoma, it would have changed the outcome of a judgment. Appellate court no will look into it. Into one is the same way by out to say, and this has been your worry. Say, all things being equal, say, my may not actually have authenticated the documents. Yeah? Which clearly shows to say she is legally married. As an appellate judge, if said lawyers are able to give you reasons. And it clearly shows to say documents at that time, it's available to you, which at that time not only the case, not only because I was authenticated at the end open can the ruling would have been different. would you say, just for the simple fact, say, Omentimi Anyan at that time, does it make that authentication invalid? We are appellant judge. Is that how you are going to rule?
No, nice. No,
Mr. Bempa,
nice.
Mr. Bempa, General, may answer yet. Me pa chowo, Mr. Nice. Say, also we lawyer, na me bow. Me foreign documents. Na me person de me court. Me pa chowo, obera say, de me court, and now be prepare me. What de me go through the evidence as bibia answer na de me court. And now, cause you say, what time I all court, no, yes, sure, so person court, and I'm a
Okay, all right. So I'm going to answer you this way: individual preferences. So, and I'll rely on Lawyer Kusi's statement. Lawyer Kusi has dealt with these kind of cases so many times, and he's never lost any case like that.
Maybe so.
Mr.
Nice, Akoja say wana onye sure to be court and unti na onye ready and I'm sad. And I'm not na akoja say wanya aware so be court.
Nice. So the question should come with a question. Then the man will feel say and I say think it's na akoja say wanya ready. That's all.
Why doesn't she have the original marriage certificate before going to Lawyer Kusi?
Again. So the original marriage certificate and you're wrong because on original marriage certificate.
In this case,
Where was it? Why did it?
It was in court.
Why is it now?
Alice Crash shoulder. T. Honey, I didn't make a mistake about German family book and then say extract and they say in Germany, maybe in Ghana it's not acceptable, which I can agree. But in Germany, extract from the family book is an official document. It's an official document.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
You are taking us back.
Official document has security features, and an extract from family book does not have those security features. It's a lie.
Something issued by the official way. Official document.
The Supreme Court has ruled say you cannot sacrifice a justice on the altar of junior procedure, right? Yes. Na make a junior, junior what the procedure there meant, Now it makes nice. The other ones now working now. To be honest, if this last hurdle of the court ruling say a justice cannot be sacrificed on the altar of procedure, then if that argument is out of the window, nice. I don't see any other reason we can give here that will make Mama Kuchasawa win this case.
Okay. Mr.
Bempa.
Assembly with different key individual cases. When it comes to the appellate court now, me and you Obiano. We cannot.
Mr. Nice.
Yeah.
I took you through the criteria again, just like Evidence Act, right? There is a criteria. So what say what the evidence but appeals court a fresh evidence. Sad evidence I was say it meets our criteria. I just took you through that criteria and you admitted say Mamia Kusia say why evidence for does not meet that criteria.
No. No. The Asama make catch on say I will always rely on Lawyer Kusi's statement. There is actually an email. There is actually an email to Ghana Embassy in Germany about this same thing. But judge, one thing also say, no, the opinion in answer no true. Doesn't mean everything I watch will be no true. That's one thing that you need to understand. Lawyer Kusi say, I took these steps. There is actually an email to Ghana Embassy in Germany. Bakachom say, I want to go through this process. Judge say, nisa information.
Email or the trail.
Now videos in here. I don't know. Okay.
No.
Opa, send this document to me, Biama. You have
that email.
And I'm saying, send the amount.
If friends are kusi attender or quarter, court stamp is so.
Who we say email now? Who say we say send now? Which one do you want?
Do you know why I'm asking this question? Ben, wait.
Ben, this is a question where you always say the Supreme Court has already ruled that.
Ben, the judge is telling us, say, Lawyer Kusi did not take any steps, and I say when show any evidence.
But who person me dig that? But who person me dig
that? We deal with evidence, right? So if say first Lawyer Kusi attend us na on family say on this day, I attended this to show say I took these steps, but I couldn't get it. As of now, sir, with evidence, so,
again,
Mr. Nice, what
again, Lawyer Kusi only have to come and show you. Lawyer Kusi would have to prove it in court. Sometimes when we ask for certain information, they need to answer to us. They don't need to answer to us. It's no court of appeal, no.
This
is there. Oh,
I think your point is already established.
Come on. I have blossom. Why?
Men are making no chairman or the mouse.
I know now. Casayena near can accept now. Them to Tobo. Simple.
What's some look about me? I'm not interested.
Anyway, nice way about this, sir.
Please, you my man.
If you are let me know something.
Okay, no problem. Certain information, it will not be public information in our court. It will us outside now. What is going to be accepted? What is not going to be accepted now? Let's leave it to the 3-panel judge now. Again, I think that we have shifted from murder case, and we are going back to our arena in court and all of that. No. But I think that we've shifted too many.
Mr. Nice, we have not shifted. This platform, we are not here to defend mother's case for her. Mother,
honey, as well, they buy at all.
Yeah, but or say, Takosia Sewa versus mother. Can this case have any implications on the appeal? We are not here to defend mother's case for her. More than any mama na enya case. More than any mama, Akosia Sewa or any mama. Baby, Obekobia, na Okanaho. Mother mama assume no court. Yeah, it is none of our business. Some mama go just say, "Well, baby, any case na na say only." It is none of our business. Our focus is Broni. So, yeah, Tina Yeka say, will this case have an impact on Broni? And
it has nothing to do with it.
And we have established that this case will not have any impact on Broni because now your supporters they were quite worried. Say, Abia, Sake we have an impact. Inti, we are here to establish that fact. Inti, murder case, any friends, any mama, Akusia Sewa case. We, as far as we are concerned.
Oh, Baba, I want to make something very clear to you.
We are not going to defend
some case way. Ever before appeals, it definitely it will have some. Okay, maybe they may catch them.
Anyway, it is not going to have
a question. Are you still here or you're off?
No, I'm here, Ben. I'm here.
Yeah, Bempa, based on what you were saying earlier, you were saying that the Supreme Court has already ruled that you can't sacrifice justice for procedural limitations or requirements. But we are aware, say, during the trial, the judge eliminated the procedural requirements, and Ch0ping said they should not authenticate the certificate because the difficulties and the challenges they are facing. They should just bring her the actual certificate for her to just look at it with her bare eyes and just make a ruling. They didn't meet that low standard. And appeal, no, they can't use that argument in appeal because the procedural requirement was already thrown out of during trial.
No, Ben, I think how you're seeing it, that should even tell you.
That's not what I just said, exactly.
But that
anything like that.
Ben, that's in your case, see,
after during trial, after said they couldn't. Okay.
Ben, let me answer you. Never say me can say in your case, see, it should confirm to you that when it goes to the upper court, like the upper court, no, they will still apply that same thought na judge during the year na or person who can because it is just it's in such a case it will be against the offense justice for you to just decide that a woman who is probably married to a man, I'm just saying, you just because when to me and I send the process now or the certificate if I'm ready, you know, what to answer not to actually know. If it goes to the higher court, they will apply the same thought na judge during that. Apply and now mammy question went to me and for man. They will also give
my
a
argument
chance.
Is that
no, Ben.
My argument is
they will
that
not
if
throw it away because
judge, you know,
no, they will not throw it away because Judge Dorinda has they could not satisfy Judge Dorinda's quest for that. They would also give them the same approach that Judge Dorinda the moment. They would also throw in that same question and say, okay, also we are also here, come and prove to us, right? So it doesn't mean say Judge Dorinda Ebusano, the appeals court will not ask again. No, that's not how it works. They would also throw it in there if near junior catch him, if it's me, I hope say near junior catch him, you're correct. Me person obey the certificate.
But Mr. Bempa, a friend say a junior asamna okay, no.
Yes.
I am very happy say a friend say or this how we buy right. Intervention.
You people realize junior on your judge.
Mr. Nice Mr. Bempa, Mamin Koti Binche, or say the Ghana's appellate courts have strongly emphasized that the fresh evidence procedure is not intended to give a party a second opportunity to repair deficiencies in a case that could have been properly presented at trial. So as I say, so appeal no. And yes, I went to me and new case ye. Enti wa lose enti sadia ye ma kwan ama ba be ye. So what I say.
I don't see now almost ABC or appeal no because a reasonable time wasn't given. The word is reasonable.
Junior meba. And junior amayati say sa article 161 enye procedure. So what I say it is a stated law you must follow. Hanti way and yes say be a all sacrifice justice.
I got my main case of Joe. My main case of Joe. Yeah, find a live examples, right? You find a some mammy akusia say what a certificate in the back court no. Or back court na court na who say place na omokoye ye anase odifo na oshida wa ye no sokra no. E wo Germany ni bia onye certified, right? And only a issue at mammy akusia sabe who of judge Dorinda, if I say Judge Dorinda can say, okay, we certificate no can be share so no. Papa na oye Mr. Shendela officiate no. Onye certified or Germany. Place na mo ye no onye certified. Na mama akusha se wa afali appeal no. Na papa na no so onye certified no. Emfa na say bia o mama or appeal ni dey wa say oh papa na afi or certified. That particular instance on the court to not grant you cannot be in the junior case you cannot be wise after the fact. And no, it can be, it will not be, you will not permit you. But if it's the case, assassin ya wodia, ye wanka sawodia, but at the time, ye ruling ebia na wudine wo lands documents no so no. And no passport the any nyepe, and no Ghana card the any nyepe. Na a difference abem, and ye rule it out. So what they call appeals court, they will not say no. Because of all these things, and as one to me and prove say na edino wawodia. Into no obe prove you appeal, no, we will not grant you the opportunity. No, that's not how it is. The court has said, if you look at this case, Abuaji versus Tutu Yehene, is there. The court says no. it will be against the purpose of the court if the court decides say they will sit and let injustice be done because of somebody's procedure. And almost a procedure is laid down in the court for justice. Procedure is not laid down to reduce justice. Yeah, the procedure at all. I don't know, say me bro.
Mr. Papa, you are right. There are several cases. There is one case that was about land litigation in Kumasi,
right,
where after the verdict and everything was given, the plaintiff actually went and found the document that was with his name for the ruling. And yes, it was just we are not going to minimize justice because somebody made an error in the writing of name. And I said,
thank you very much, dear.
Oh, hold on. Now, what does this mean? Hold on. Mr. Nice, what does this mean?
Mr. Nice case,
No. Let me finish. Let me finish. But the argument is who asks for extension? Just as when you want to file an appeal, when you give your notice of an appeal, and you don't file for an appeal within 90 days, you can go for an extension. The same way, during the process, you had the liberty, the choice. That's what Bempa said. You can't become wise after the fact.
Exactly.
You had the choice, the opportunity to ask the judge for an extension. Say, my document is in the process of being delivered or retrieved. So your ladyship or your lordship, grant me a leave to bring in this, and they will ask you how many months or days or period, and then you will make it emphatic to the judge. Say, give me 2 months, give me 3 months. Lawyer Kusi failed to do this, and from the beginning of this program, I pointed out to Mr. Nice. Mr. Nice is like you are going in circle, but you're not getting.
No, we're not going in circle. But the thing is, I didn't also want to say.
I have pointed it out to you. So the thank you that you shouted, the thank you that you shouted.
The ambassador say, what if say? Lawyer Kusi actually showed that email to the judge clerk in our court.
But listen, what you don't know is
say, if your clerk now my judge now say such information has been
that can never be true. I won't even let you go there. No, Junior,
that is what I wanted to read in the judgment.
What it is
what are you saying?
If the judge cited it
in the judgment,
if the judge cited it, it will be in the judgment.
Exactly.
If the judge cited it,
he did not
show the judge anything that a judge cites. And don't forget that the judge's office is an extension of No, yet. Don't change it.
Okay. And the man doesn't guide the site here. Okay. What if say emphasize information?
We don't use ifs. We don't use ifs when it comes to law.
But we can presume.
No. Presumption is not admissible. So I'm telling you, say, listen, you are all over the place.
Presumption is not
all over the place. Listen, you're all over the place.
Let me help you.
Okay, citizen review.
Let me help you with what the judge said.
Read the paragraph
102. The judge said.
We are reading paragraph 102.
Mr. Nice, hold on. This is what the judge said about that issue now raising. In paragraph 93, it says, let me state that the plaintiff should have attempted to satisfy the German marriage certificate, and by that, she could have tendered in evidence, such attempt being a letter written to the Ghana embassy requesting for the certification.
So, are you telling us?
I'm supposed
to believe everything that the judge said, and that's not happening.
Come on.
It doesn't happen. You want me to believe everything that judge?
You believe Lawyer Kusi, you don't believe the judge.
No, what to be that?
And we are saying, what about if say Lawyer Kusi in your email and or the court and uncle do judge no one at that material moment, the evidence before the judge is what she used in coming up with her judgment.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yes,
I agree. Appellate court, will look into all these things whether he made an attempt and also one make
Mr.
attempt.
Nice, that attempt now, the judge is telling you, say you did not make that attempt. So what are you
Appellate
trying
court,
to
no,
tell
it's not the judge. See,
Eh?
Matidia, what can I say? But appellate court, no, they look at, say, and I'm to say, how I will present you case.
No. That will
Junior
not suffice in
Ben
the appeals
Parker.
court. That will not suffice in the appeal court. Once once I went to me and tender evidence in court, it will not suffice. Please.
Now, Mr. Nice, other important appeal indicate they made a court say more time now. I'm saying say why is it that
Makes me a bim Ben makes me a bim kakra me nche kra me sre. Pacho mon power tapping na mon share my way. Oh ha na bo hat me ba life at 2 weeks ni. Into
to hat me Ben say on to hat me that catch omo want to Ben pon to be that then pon to be that
Mama nkasa na nkofo nso nkasa wadaroma. Pacho once I've been away for 2 weeks. Into ebi awo hana will hat me a grey out. Mo renew mama me say I have picked a very important information, a breaking news. But at the minute I'm not allowed to. Into no mrene pane ba we will put in the system. But I pick a very good breaking news. Me who say kontonchi media buofu pa. Yeah, but I picked a good breaking news. Pacho mama yen to us so I
breaking news mama say what
on to hat me when you said that
Ben Mamenka we so say
Mr.
Nice. That zero on two. Ben so
Mr. Nice Pacho Mamenka
Ben your tattoo.
Team legal wife for me no Ben Nani Junior ya mamo time your platform so I'm a
Mr. Nice and Junior.
Platform time there now can.
What meba
With you.
Ya mamo time your platform so I'm a mark kamasin be a ye name say you quit no credit. Whatever you say no ye nsuro. Say ye be mama can your platform so because whatever you say no we have the facts and evidence to tell you say what you are saying is not true. Ye ba mo platform so Adam me who say Mr. Ben Panam we
Mr. Nice careful what
akwasi bo ache honom na chese the mai trouble ni say ya no chese na me hear Mr. Ben Pakra dan ho ye me mobo inti ye ba mo platform so
akwano ye ko wan ko be yes ni me ko let's walk in ho
omo be yes o
omo ye be the whole day
no kra no omo ntimi hold
no let's walk in ho me see the whole day girls here me the whole day o
omo ntimi hold no kra
na me pa mo cho yankwano ma me babia okay ene kwa me ko ma me kwa edidi matami mi say
let's walk in ho
Dabi your friend is say see me go edidi matami mi say from so it's not sad enya babia me dia grow though me mostly no
Mr. Nice
so there some me call no me bempa sa ma call once ama bempa no omo yams na this one is not right so I say